Hi, Shiv, Daphne here. Thank you for sending in your next essay for correction, for working so hard with us. Really amazing effort, and this is a very strong essay. Okay, uh, different types of essay. Throughout the course, we will show you different types. This is to what extent, so how much do you agree? This is an opinion essay, but like a modified opinion essay. You will also see causes, problems, solutions, various different types. So we will talk you through that as we go along. Uh, Essentially, what we recommend is that when you've got a question like this, which breaks into two parts, so countries with long working hours are more successful than others. So to what extent? So one paragraph on yes, they are, and one paragraph on the other countries. So this breaks up quite nicely in a way when you do your planning. And you do need to give your opinion here. So this is really important. You want your opinion here, and then again in the conclusion, because to what extent you agree, you need to state your opinion here, restate it at the end. Okay. So experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated whether extended business hours are more economically constructive than working a set, you'd have to go set number of hours, mostly either equivalent or under 40 hours a week. Fantastic first sentence that is incredibly clear, really concise, and very nicely constructed in terms of grammar as well. Now give me your opinion. What do you think? Do you think, from your experience, they're more successful, or do you think they're not? This essay will discuss both sides. Yep, that's fine. On the one hand, there's ample evidence in retrospect. Now, because you've put this in retrospect, which is very interesting, this needs to be in the past. So if I'm just going to put this in red so you can see what I mean here. In retrospect, that with the advent of industrialization, the labour population of first world countries worked extensively with no set schedule, which resulted in a dramatic increase in GDP growth. That's fine, absolutely. You don't need to repeat first world GDP rate or there, just to clarify. You don't need to repeat that. It's quite long and complex anyway, so you don't need that. And then you're going to the central reason. Because you're talking about still, in retrospect, this should be in the past. The central reason behind this was twofold. Because you're still, in retrospect. You see what I mean? Firstly, working extended hours was thought to increase continuity and accountability. Secondly, in the case of new hires, working 2/3 of a day, often decreased adaptation time. How do you mean adaptation time? Not sure what you mean by that word there. For example, historic, because you're going still in the past, research demonstrated that during the mechanization era, now we call it the, all right, yeah, okay, average adaptation time. I need to know what this means. Now, because I don't know what that means, the best thing to do is to adaptation or something. So explain it yourself. Sometimes if you're using a word which might be confusing, adaptation or something time. So if I might not understand that, I might understand the second word. And job continuity would halved and doubled respectively to what it is in 2020. Therefore, it's completely transparent that impoverished third world countries could replicate similar growth rates. Okay, excellent. Offering longer, because you're comparing it to what it would be. Longer office hour approach. Okay, that is a lovely, very intelligent, very interesting paragraph. Take on board this. As soon as you go on retrospect, this whole thing needs to be in the past tense. This is fine here because you're making a suggestion what they could hypothetically do. Okay, very lovely writing. Really clear, excellent, really clarity, actually, really precise, great vocab, really good grammar in there, just not sure what you mean by that. On the other hand, although there's a case for working long hours, you don't need that word, actually. Although there's a case that working, maybe you go that working long hours could enrich society. Or, I mean, this is totally correct otherwise. The impact of a defined working schedule cannot be overstated. This is largely because long work hours, rather than repeated this, should we have extended hours rather than long work hours? I'll just go extended. Oh, sorry. Extended hours. There we go. Are often counterproductive. Now, let's not have, I love the conditional, but let's not have you. Let's take out you, because you is not sort of academic. We need to take a distance, so we step back in these essays. If, just go businessman. If businessmen consistently work long hours, they risk. Now, you don't need that, actually. You can just use this as a verb. They risk burnout and inevitably start falling behind in duties, so just take that out. Okay, so it becomes more academic like that. For example, an extensive study by Oxford. Okay, so use your own examples now. So Ben uses Oxford and Cambridge, or Oxford and the UK government, as examples when he does his modules. Use an example nearer you, because that makes the essay more relevant to you, where you are. Showed every additional 20 hours of work above the recommended 40 hours resulted in an increase in productivity for only 3-4 weeks before output. So rather than repeating productivity, put output plunged dramatically. That's really interesting. Consistent with this line of thinking, as an overworked mind and body could result in fatigue as well as compromised safety. Thus, it's possible to state beyond doubt that work-life balance in modern life plays a crucial role and should be respected. I really like your concluding statements here. From the argument examples given, I firmly believe, although for agrarian societies and capitalists, especially in developing parts, long average working hours are heavily lucrative, work-life balance is also equally momentous. It's predicted the role of work-life balance will increasingly grow in importance. Okay, absolutely. I think that's a very, very solid essay. Well done. Now, I firmly believe, so this is what you've done. This is lovely. This is your to what extent. Perfect. And so here, opinion you could have, I strongly believe. Yeah, so just a similar thing is what you're doing in the intro to what you're doing in the conclusion. Other than that, this is a very, very high quality essay. It is without doubt the best one of these I've read recently. So congratulations, really strong. Well done. Okay, additional sentences. Must not be forgotten that although in comparison to present times, an ideal growth rate. Okay, yes, but I don't think you need that because it's really, this is really now, the fact they're working now. It's not asking you just to comment on history. You do comment on history, but this is really, they are more successful now. So I don't think you need to go back anymore into the historical statistics. Okay, so you're right. Like, so don't put that in. But very nice sentence, obviously. Okay, apology. A foreign friend wants to visit your place and stay, but you don't have time. Give them another day. Okay, hi Sarah. Hope you and your family are well. Things here are fine. Sorry for a last minute change of plans. However, unfortunately, okay, let's not repeat this. Unfortunately, could we reschedule your visit next month? As I will be preoccupied, not for, as I'll be preoccupied with another momentous commitment. Okay, very nice, good. As you know, for the last 2 months I've been preparing for IELTS exam. Woo! It's really important for me to take this exam and score high bands. Though till last month everything was going, you don't need that. Everything was going according to plan, especially my writing practice. Uh, though till last month everything was going to plan, you don't need however in here because you've got though. It kind of does a similar thing. So you don't need this. So though till last month everything was going according to plan, especially my writing practice, keep going, comma, like so, comma, yeah. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, not only now when you use not only but, your verb has to come in here. Not only, sorry, so were has to move you, not only and then verb. Not only were all the testing stations closed, but also the scheduled exams were cancelled. Okay, very important. Good to show this grammar. Make sure you, so it's not only and then the verb immediately. This resulted in a reschedule for my IELTS exam, and now the new date is the date when you were supposed to visit me. I understand it's really hard for both of us, as I and my significant other were looking forward to this visit, have been looking forward to. Now, present perfect, you're still looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to this, very important tense here, for quite a while, but considering the exceptional circumstances of significance, how about we move the date by 10 days? Okay, let me know if you have any other ideas. Okay, yes, perfect. Best wishes. There. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, lovely letter. You get the tone of that right. You're writing to a friend. It's informal, but you still use some very elegant expressions. Super letter. So really seriously good work, Shiv. Fantastic. Really impressed.